Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you Black Luster Soldier Sacred Soldier deck using the card Tribute Burial. This card is really cool, and ever since it came out a while back, let's see, what box did you came out? April 30th, so it came out a long time ago. I'd forgotten to play around with. I do have two of them, so I started building a deck around Black Luster Soldier. Initially, I was trying to incorporate Charging Gaia, and it just wasn't as consistent as I liked it to be. So it ended up morphing into this deck using Destiny Draw. And basically what you want to do with this deck is you want to make sure your opponent has a monster in their graveyard for Tribute Burial. I guess I should go over this card. You cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. During this turn, you can conduct a tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by banishing 1 monster from each graveyard instead of tributing. It is still treated as a tribute summon. So the cool thing about that is that you want to banish either a dark or a light monster, so then when your Sacred Soldier hits the field, you already have that monster banished to put back into your grave and then banish a card. I'm sure you guys know, but here I'll just read it. It says, when this card is normal or special summon, you can target one of your banished light or dark monsters and 1 card your opponent controls. Return the banished card to the graveyard, and if you do, banish the card your opponent controls. So it's removal on summon, which is really good. It's banishing, which is especially clutch right now when you see a lot of Silent Swordsmen that when they get destroyed, you still have to deal with a Silent Swordsman level 7. This can let you just banish them outright, and then you don't have to worry about level 7. So it's really cool. We also have Vision Hero Witch Raider, which you can use Tribute Burial to summon and then destroy all the back row. I really like having Witch Raider because there's too many decks that right now just stall or sit behind a lot of back row. So it's nice to have a full wipeout with Witch Raider. So for our darks, we have Grave Squirmer, and this card is good because if it's destroyed, you're gonna set it and pass, and hopefully rely on your Kribos or your back row to not get OTK'd. And also if your opponent tries to OTK, then hopefully you can destroy one of those monsters with your Grave Squirmer. If not, you can target the back row and depending on the situation. So it's really nice that this card lets you destroy either monster or spell or trap. I also have 2 Karakuri Ninja, which is another monster that it's basically like a man-eater bug. The really cool thing is that this does not destroy. It does not destroy, it does not target. You just send a monster from the field and you send it to the graveyard. So it's not going to trigger Silent Magician or Silent Swordsman or anything like that, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, it's an earth monster. That's why we're not running more of them. I mean, I don't have it, but you wouldn't want to run 3 because you really want those darks for the banishing effect with BLS. 1 Wing Kribo, which is going to help you stall, and then 1 Sphere Kribo. Same, you could run 2 Sphere Kribos instead of the Wing Kribo. I like the Wing Kribo because it protects you for the entire turn, and whether it gets destroyed face down or it gets attacked. So really cool. And then we have the 3 Sacred Soldier. So Destiny Draw is gonna get us whatever piece we're missing, whether it be Tribute Burial or your BLS. But if you already have both of them, then you might want to go for protection for your BLS, or to destroy the back row, maybe before you go for your big Sacred Soldier play. The back row is just to help us survive until we have our combo: 2 Drowning Mirror Force, 2 Paleozoic Canadia, and then I threw in 2 Monarchs Awaken. I really like this card. I wanted to use it. Basically, when you tribute summon a monster or a monster that has been tribute summoned, you can target with this card, and then that monster, its effects are negated, and it's also unaffected by the effects of cards other than this card. So he becomes immune to everything. But it's good for attacking when there's a lot of back row, or you don't have to worry about a Kribo and stuff like that. But it didn't really add a whole lot to the deck. Most of the time I found myself just using this card as tribute fodder for my Witch Raider. So then you could argue that more Canadias or more defensive cards would be better. But I still threw it in there because it's a good card. And you know, it can come in pretty clutch in some scenarios. Let's go ahead and get into the replays. I just finished streaming, so my voice is a little on the low side, I guess. I always forget, every time I start recording after streaming, I forget to grab a second bottle of water because obviously this is gone from the 2 hours of streaming. But here we got Pegasus running balance. So we're gonna go ahead and set our Squirmer and a Canadia. I didn't want to set Awaken and just, you know, have it destroyed. So I was kind of saving it for a Witch Raider, like I mentioned. But my opponent just ending turn, so I'm just ending with him. We're gonna see Harpy's Hunting Ground. So this is fine. I'm not too worried about my Canadia being destroyed. I'm just gonna chain it and, you know, protect both my monsters. So this is kind of like a free summon if I get one of my big monsters. I get Witch Raider, but I decided to just wait it out. I knew he was gonna destroy either. I didn't want to waste the Squirmer effects. You know, I wanted to be able to destroy the Harpy Queen when they attack into the Squirmer, and then I can use my Witch Raider and a trap to just destroy or both of my traps actually, to destroy the entire back row. 3 cards and a field spell. You cannot get more value than that. And I'm gonna set the second Monarch's Awaken so that I can make my Witch Raider immune. Very confused about the enemy controller there. I don't know if he was trying to set it or why he did that, but he did it anyways. When I activate Monarch's Awaken on Witch Raider, get a Canadia on the board, she's now immune to everything, which is good because there's a wall of D right there. Harpy Lady number 1 is going to destroy my Canadia, which is fine. I pick up Tribute Burial. We're gonna banish one monster, one Harpy, banish the monster, and I didn't banish the back row because I knew I was gonna attack with Witch Raider anyway, regardless of what the back row was, and you know, that was game, so it was better to get rid of the monster in that instance. Yeah, so I mean that duel was easy to dominate, mostly because my opponent just let me draw so many cards. Instead of normally with a deck like this, you expect your opponent to keep putting pressure on you, so that's why you need cards that are gonna help you survive. But hey, he just let me get to all my cards, and that was easy after that. When I have the choice between Ninja and Squirmer, most of the time I go for a Squirmer because, like I said, you need a Dark to be banished in order to get your BLS effect. Again, we're going up against another pretty passive player, so I'm completely fine with playing the wait game. Here we're going to see a Swordsman level 5. My Squirmer is going to go ahead and destroy the face down. The reason why we went for the face down is because I can just flip my my Karakuri Ninja and get rid of the Silent Swordsman. Or so I thought, but there's a Sword Slash. Luckily for me, I have a Canadia, so we can put him in defense mode and just attack over it. And I go ahead and take the Tribute and go for my Witch Raider. This was worth it because I wanted to destroy the back row and make sure that I could get rid of this Silent Swordsman, because you know he's gonna be annoying there. Plus I have a second Tribute Burial for my Sacred Soldier once we get into, you know, once we get it from the deck. But we're able to destroy the Silent Swordsman. Silent Sword Slash is gonna get a Silent Swordsman, and we're gonna see him be summoned. But I'm not afraid of him at all. Not only that, I pick up my BLS off the top of the deck, so we're just gonna head and banish the guy. Hit him for 3,000. He goes for reinforcements, but even his Swordsman level 7, it's not really a threat. Although, there was a duel where it was kind of like this. Yeah, I think this is the one. I thought I had it one and he had an obnoxious Skeleton Guardian. But luckily my second Karakuri Ninja was able to remove him from the field, and then I just get the attack directly. 3 more replays starting with a Yugi Moto. Yeah, this deck was a ton of fun. I didn't want to use it on the stream because I was gonna record a video on it. But I'll probably use it tomorrow or for you guys today, because this video is being released on a Saturday. Today during the dual room stream later on tonight, if you're watching on release day. Pretty good starting hand. We got a Squirmer, 2 Canadias, but I'm just gonna set 1 because I'm okay taking damage right here. I won my Destiny draw anyways, and my opponent is just fully committed. I mean, Treacherous Trap Hole, Prismatic, mind you, and into my Canadia being destroyed. So we're gonna see a Recruiter. So basically he traded a Recruiter just to search another Recruiter. I respect that. Goes for Silent Magician level 4 and then hits me for 1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and set my Squirmer, so set my second Canadia. And I go ahead and destroy that Silent Magician level 4. This hit is gonna let me get my Destiny draw, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch my Tribute Burial. Banish 1 of each, get him back into my grave, get rid of that Gravekeeper. I didn't want him to search anything, and he actually top decked another Recruiter, but that's the last one in his deck. So he's just in top deck mode. He would have to get a Silent Magician level 8 on the board, and I have a Canadia for that, so I pretty much had this game in the bag. I'm gonna go ahead and Tribute 2, get rid of that back row, which was a Psychic Shockwave. So my boy was trying to put a Jinso and a Silent Magician on the board. Nice idea, but I got the better of him. Tristan Taylor coming up. I'm so mad at Tristan. He's almost level 45. I think he's like 44, and I've yet to get any of his good skills. I don't have I think he gets Restart. I don't have Restart. I don't have Reload, which is the one I've been waiting for. I don't have Super Strength. It's like, come on, man. Give me some skills. I don't have Grit. Actually, Grit might be... No, I think that's the drop skill, and I don't have it either. We're going to go for the Winkreebo. When I saw the Grit, I knew that more than likely this was going to be an OTK deck. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to set my Winkreebo. No matter what he does, if he destroys this, he can't kill me. So... he's gonna go all out with his Dark Wall shenanigans. And I'm totally fine with this because now he can't summon anything else to destroy my back row, and you know, he's gonna be pretty much forced to attack into my Drowning Mirror Force. But I go ahead and set a Grave Squirmer, and this was actually really clutch because I wanted him to attack into my Drowning Mirror Force, right? He goes for a Stardust Dragon, so I'm able to bait him into a false sense of security right here. We're gonna target the Rainbow, so he's gonna negate with Squirmer, obviously. And now that my life points are not in danger of, you know, being depleted, I go ahead and take the hit so I can get my Sacred Soldier. Go for Tribute Burial. We're gonna banish that Stardust Dragon. Thank you for coming. Goodbye. Destroy the Rainbow. And that's pretty much the game. He's gonna pass, and I got the win. So very, you know, very important to understand what kind of deck you're going up against. As soon as I saw Grit, I was like, okay, this is gonna be an OTK deck. They're either gonna pass or they're gonna have a combo and kill me. So the Winkreebo was just a better play overall than going for a Squirmer in that specific scenario. In this last duel, we got Joey Wheeler. Another great deck. So we know this is more than likely Koakimeru. Oh, it's actually not. It is Wild Heart Control with Grit. I hadn't seen that before. But luckily for me, this deck's weakness is monster effects. They're immune to traps, but you know, all you need is a great Squirmer and they get off the board. I wasn't too worried about destroying the guy that had the equip. I instead decided to save myself from damage because I was gonna go into a Witch Raider anyway. So we go into Witch Raider. Oh, I'm sorry. I went into my BLS. I could have gone either or, but I decided to just banish the Wild Heart. We attack into a Canadia, which is fine. And this was actually the better play because I expected more back row to come. And I'm very lucky. I pick up a second trap, so we're gonna go ahead and tribute both for Witch Raider. He's forced to use the Solemn Scalding, and it was really good for me that he used it on Witch Raider. Had I flipped summoned this, he would have been able to negate the summon of my Sacred Soldier. I guess at that point I can still go into my Witch Raider, but I'd rather have a 30k beater than a 27 beater. His Grit's gonna save him, but he doesn't top deck into anything, I believe. Yes, and then we just get the win. So very surprised to see the Wild Heart control deck not running balance, but it's working, I guess. He still got his Solemn Scalding pretty early game. But yeah, very fun deck. Sacred Soldier is always nice to use, so every time we get, different cards to try out with him, it's always fun to revisit. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, the link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really, really appreciate it. And until next time.